So I thought that comment packed a lot of heat. You know, I don't meddle, but we do meet in private, which we did this year. So that's no longer private. Okay, thank you for that, by the way. And I'm glad to have Bill O'Brien back. So, I mean, and Bill was fully cooperative. So, I mean, really just Kraft telling you he sort of drove the Bill O'Brien thing, Greg. And what do you think that means?
I mean, to me, that was RKK flexing all over Bill Belichick, saying, like, you know, I'm the owner and he goes along with what I want. And also, Mac Jones is a great young quarterback and backing him fully. I thought it was amazing, the comments that he made, and it'll be interesting to see how that changes, if anything. I mean, look, we all know Robert Kraft. He does a lot of things for PR to let the fans know that he's in charge. A lot of that was there. I wonder how much Bill is just sort of snickering to himself, being like, yeah, I'll let him think that he's in charge, but really it's still me.
I don't know. I mean, I think this whole offseason so far sort of reeks of the Krafts. I mean, basically, you know, putting out the statement that went to the season ticket holders about reevaluating the entire football operation, the statement that went out about we're going to sign Gerard Mayo and we're going to bring in an offensive coordinator. And I think everybody knew that ownership's top choice was Bill O'Brien. That was the guy that they wanted. And Bill O'Brien ends up being here. He brings in Will Lawler, right, who's his guy. He gets to bring in one of his guys. So I think this is a different one. And I think to a degree, I don't think this is one of those unsaid things. I think they sort of called Bill's bluff a little bit here in terms of, you know, Bill saying, well, if you ever really meddle, I'm just going to walk away. Is he going to walk away now? He's this close to Shula and start over?
I never felt that was in the cards. I thought Kraft had a lot more leverage than many people did, and I think it's probably played out that way. Greg, yet Patricia and Judge are still here. All right, there's been only one departure. Nick Caley's the only guy that's gone. So you tell me, what's his staff going to look like? What do you think, Judge and Patricia, where do you think they're headed?
I think that they're both going to be here. I think that Patricia is going to get kicked upstairs. Bill has an affinity for him. That's obvious. He's not just going to let him be the fall guy for the season. I can't see that happening. I'm a little bit worried about what Joe Judge's future is. You know, piecing it together between, like, you know, the talk about, you know, if Josh McDaniels left before in, like, the Wickersham book or one of the books, you know, there was talk about Joe Judge taking over the offense. Then he was involved last year. I could see him being assistant quarterbacks coach or something along those lines, trying to help him. That's what I'm afraid of.
Oh, boy, that would be bad. I mean, they got to move him somewhere else. I mean, I know it would be a real come down, even though they didn't give him an official title, but make him a quality control coach or something. Or I know Cam Accord's still here, but put him on special teams. He could be assistant special teams coach or something else. I think you got to keep him away from the offense. And I thought Lar coming here was sort of a sign that maybe, because I was like, oh, you could just slide Joe Judge in a tight ends coach, and they didn't do it. Doesn't seem like they're going to do that at least. So I don't really see what the role is for him. I guess they could have him have the same title. He could be, you know, they could make him Dom Capers, you know, from 2008. Like, you're on the staff, but we don't let you do anything. Okay. Yeah, we don't let you do a thing.
But see, you guys are talking about that. You think, and Chris, there are certain things about these moves that Robert Kraft, you could see his fingerprints, and I agree with you.
Okay.
But at the bottom line, like, what has really changed around here?
Not enough.
I mean, Bill O'Brien was going to come here anyways. It's not like Belichick was just going to run Matt Patricia back. So to me, it's Belichick is giving Kraft the illusion of control when he is still firmly in control, and it's his side of football operations.
Okay, quickly, now we have the offseason. So I think the first thing that happened is, like, franchise tags, and then we're going to have the combine in February. Free agency starts about a month from now, roughly speaking, maybe 5 weeks from now. First order of business for the Patriots.
First order of business for me, if I'm the Patriots, would be to figure out what I'm doing at tackle. Am I going to dive in on any of these veteran guys, or am I going to try and do it through the draft? It's interesting to me what Robert Kraft said. It seems like he's saying Mac Jones is our guy. We believe in Mac Jones. You know what I feel. If I were Belichick, I'd be shopping Mac Jones and see if I can lure Jimmy Garoppolo back. It sounds like that's not what ownership wants to do.
First order of business is, you know, tackle. I mean, you have Trent Brown under contract, and he can play a decent left tackle, but, you know, a really good cover corner and more athletic linebackers. You do that and maybe draft a weapon offensively. Now I think they got something.
Okay, quickly, how about their guys? So you sort of start with your guys. Jacoby Myers, Jonathan Jones, they're not franchise tag. You know, they're not those kind of players. Do they have to re-sign those players? Will they re-sign those players?
I would say Jacoby Myers, I would re-sign. I think they can. Jonathan Jones, I think, is going to get a bag from somebody because of the cornerback play in this league. And he had a pretty good year. Is he a number one corner? No, but he's very good, can play inside, outside. Someone's going to pay him.
Would like to have those guys here, but I think they're both going to be priced out. I think Jacoby Myers is more of a priority, but I'd be fine if the Patriots move forward without them.